Hello, what is up? Welcome to our show, Cozy Talks. My name is Joe.
And I'm Zayas.
This is our first episode of 2026. We got a banger to start off the year. For those that are new to the channel, what we do on this channel is we talk about UFC, talk about every card throughout the year, fight nights, pay-per-views, whatever. That's what we do. We do episodes on Tuesdays, episodes on Fridays. We also have the socials above where we post clips and whatever. We didn't do it too much last year because we were new to the channel. We were establishing, but I think that's something that we're going to hammer a lot on this year. So if you haven't already, go ahead and drop a like, follow, subscribe, comment on this video. Tell us what you're into. Let us know that, if you agree, disagree with any of our takes, we always enjoy that. But most of all, watch our videos and enjoy, because we do give some pretty based and wild takes, and you may see us hammer some degenerate parlays. We did hit quite a few last year that were pretty big. Z hit one pretty big last year. So yeah, how you feeling, Z? How you feeling with this card?
I feel very excited. I don't know about you guys, but we're like Joe was saying, we're starting this year off with a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, UFC 324, and that's not it. We also have so many other fights on this stacked fight card, and we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, right here.
What's the first fight? First fight of the night: Ty Miller versus Adam Fugitt.
Good. Actually, before we hop into it, let's talk about some of the news that broke out. Just because we were on that 6-week hiatus and there was some shit that happened before we got into it. So, as some of you may know, one of the big fights that was on this card was Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. They decided to go ahead and drop that fight from this card, because I think Kayla Harrison, she already got her neck surgery. They're thinking she's going to be out for a bit. They don't want to strip her of the title, and they don't want to have Amanda Nunes, one of the GOATs, fight some contender for no reason for an interim. So I think they're just going to push that fight off to a later date. That's kind of their plan. And then another one, we had Alexa Grasso versus Rose get dropped. Isn't Grasso fighting on the Seattle card? Or am I
Yeah, so
tweaking?
Grasso, yeah, like it says right there, Grasso withdrew. Rose is still fighting. We're gonna get into that later. She's still on this card.
Mhm.
But yeah, Alexa Grasso is gonna be fighting on the Seattle card on
Macy
March 28th.
Barber. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep, Macy Barber.
Okay. All right. Now we'll get into the first card, or the first fight on the card. Do they even call it a prelim? They still call it a prelim on Topology. I don't know how it's gonna work as far as structure, if they still do it that way or not. That's why I'm just
I feel like
I'm
it's still
tweaking.
I feel like it's gonna be the same. I feel like everything's still gonna be like the same layout. Um, just Paramount.
Yeah.
Just Paramount now. It's just still gonna be same UFC, just Paramount.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we got Ty Miller versus Adam Fugitt. This looks like it's welterweight fight. Let's confirm. Yep, welterweight
Exactly.
170.
I'm pretty sure it's actually like Fugitt, but
Yeah.
I'm saying Fugitt.
Yeah. We definitely will mispronounce some names. That's for sure. So we got the undefeated Ty Miller. He's coming off of Contender Series, as you can see. Got a unanimous decision win over Jimmy Drago. His promotion he was in before, looks like it was LFA. He actually bounced around quite a bit. And Adam Fugitt, whatever. He's coming in as the plus 310 underdog. He is coming off a loss to Islam Dulatov, which is not a bad loss. Dulatov's like a model, bro. That dude actually has some really clean striking. I just remember watching that fight. He got starched. It was a first round finish, but Dulatov is a slick striker. I mean, for Tyler Murray being a heavy favorite, and it's his debut fight. I mean, I don't know, we've seen a lot of guys in 2025 come in off of their debut, and just get absolutely torched by some of these vets that have pretty decent records. Fugitt's record isn't terrible. It's not great. I mean, he's 10-5, but he's losing to guys like Dulatov, who aren't bad. Mike Malott, who's not bad. Losing to Mike Morales, not bad. So I mean, he's losing to guys that are like top of the weight class, guys that are on their way into the 15. Dulatov is still kind of young. I don't even think he's anywhere near the rankings, just because he hasn't fought very much in the UFC, from what I recall. I think Fugitt might have been his debut, maybe. I don't remember. So I mean, it's kind of expected for the odds to be here. Will I take the shot on Fugitt as an underdog though? Probably not. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a steep price to pay if I'm wrong. You know, plus 310. This would be maybe a sprinkle on a straight bet. I mean, Ty Miller doesn't look like reading his record. He doesn't have the finishing ability of someone that should carry a minus 420 tag. You know, he's only has 2 knockouts and 4 decisions. So I don't know. This might be one I probably just look at the round prop. That's really what we do here on the podcast, guys. Is we'll talk about the fights, we'll talk about their styles. We also will talk about the betting lines and what we're looking at earlier on in the week. And as the week gets closer, we'll see how these lines shift and what our approach will end up being. And at the end of our Friday show, we show you guys our plays that we will be placing. And the links in the description, you'll see our Discord and stuff. That's where we'll be posting our tickets and whatever, and where we'll be doing our watch parties. If you do want to watch the Saturday cards with us, that's where we'll be. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, back to this. What are your thoughts on this, Z?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little 50-50. I'm a little 50-50 on this because I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Adam Fugitt, he's only lost his like pretty, real good guys. I mean, Malott and Dolatov, they're pretty, they're not at the level as Morales, as the Morales loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Morales loss is 100% understandable.
Mm.
But the Malott and Dolatov losses, those are good losses. Ty Miller, though, I really do like Ty Miller. He's a young prospect. He's only 25 years old. This is his debut. I love seeing young guys. I love seeing guys up. Okay, well, that's gonna be taken out of context. But I love seeing these young.
What?
I love seeing these young guys come into the UFC who are around our age group, and they're making a name for themselves. And Ty Miller has some really nice boxing, in my opinion, especially being young into his career. He has some pretty clean boxing. In his Dana White Contender Series, he won by decision, but I think it was a pretty well earned decision win. My only concern here is, you're getting Adam Fugitt, which is I wouldn't really. No, I'm not gonna say a journeyman, but he most definitely has
I'm gonna say
more
veteran.
experience. A little bit of a vet, yeah, a little bit of a vet.
Journeyman, I would say, is like old
Uh,
guys. Vet, I would
yeah,
say guys that have a bit of an established
like,
presence, or
yeah,
but yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. So is
yeah.
your lean's Ty Miller then on this 50-50, what you're saying?
I,
Or do you have a
I'm
lean
gonna
on the
spring.
round?
I got to lean on Adam Fugitt, bro. He's also from Oregon. He
Close to us, close to
fucking
us.
yeah, close to Washington. I'm going with Adam Fugitt, dude.
Buggy bud.
I think he might be able to knock out Ty Miller. I mean, he has that fucking KO power.
Okay.
Yeah, my pick here is gonna be Adam Fugitt.
Buggy
Sprinkle a
bud.
little bit on the underdog.
Yeah. Let me zoom back in a little bit. All right, next fight on the prelim. So this must have just got added because I swear the last time I saw this was the opener, no?
Oh yeah, the Ty Miller. Oh yeah, that is
Or
another
they
thing before we
rearranged
go
it?
in. No, that is another thing before we go into this next fight. Ty Miller and Adam Fugitt is a short notice fight. They just
Okay.
added that
I didn't know,
like if
so
like probably like a week and a half ago they had added that. So this is probably like a month notice fight.
yeah, as far as the fight camps go.
Yeah.
All right, next fight on the prelim, we get Ricky Turcios and Cameron, the babyface killer, Smotherman. This is a bantamweight bout. Yeah, I feel like this one's pretty cut and dry. I'm definitely on the side of Smotherman. I think he does have some pretty good anti wrestling. He has some pretty good hands. I think he's gonna need to definitely needed to set the pace. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He got a win in his UFC debut over Hadley, and that was a short notice win if I recall. Came in, got that win over Hadley. Hadley ended up getting dropped from the UFC, went to PFL. And then he loses back to backs over Surrey City, which is an okay loss. It's 2 young prospects. City came from BFL. Is another promotion Christian's in? We have a buddy who fights in one
BFL.
of these promotions. Yeah, whatever it is. That's where City came from apparently. And then Ricky Simone. which is another great loss. It's an okay loss. Just Simone ended up going on a big winning streak for a bit. Got like two more fight wins after that, so it wasn't a bad loss. Turcios lost to Rosas after he gave him the finger. I remember that. It looked like a dumbass. Got thrown on his ass and choked out. And then loses to Sopaj, which, nah,
Eh,
yeah. Yeah, my lead Smotherman though. I think Turcios doesn't really present much of a threat outside of the striking. I think if he does try to wrestle with Smotherman's gonna be able to hold him off and give him some boxing, manage the distance. Um, I think this could be a Smotherman decision. I don't know if I'll see a knockout here. That's kind of what Topology agrees with. They do agree with the striking side of Smotherman on a few of it. They don't see much of a submission threat on either guy. They see this one playing out three round. Yeah, I think Smotherman could take this on the cards for sure. I definitely agree with the public here.
yeah, my pick here is gonna be Smotherman. I think honestly, I just think Cameron Smotherman is gonna be more athletic than Turcios.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, Turcios might have a slight edge when it comes to the ground game and grappling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, if Smotherman were to really get locked down on the ground and Turcios locked up a submission, because I didn't, he almost had a Rosas Jr. in his submission, didn't he?
Was he on a gilly?
If I think
It
like
was
like
it was
real
something
early
quick.
too.
Yeah.
It was something quick and early. So I mean, I like Turcios too. I like his energy. I like his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
As a person, as a fighter.
He turns out an alpha male. That's Favors gym, if I remember right. So I mean,
Yeah.
those guys definitely do a lot of wrestling reps. So that could be one of the game plans they hand over in this one for
Either way,
sure.
I see this fight going to decision. Um, but I think like I was saying, Smotherman, I think he's going to be a little bit more athletic and a little bit more technical. Um, he has, like you were saying, he has that anti-wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
If he could just stuff Turcios when he gets on his back or tries to tie something up, lock something up. I think Smotherman has this all day.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on. We get the heavyweights, the big boys going at it. This looks like a banger. Uh, so we get Josh Hokit, who is 7-0, coming off of Contender Series and is 1-0 in the UFC as it stands right now. We got Denzel Freeman, who was he on Contender? I can't remember. No, he
No,
came over from LFA and got a pretty mid decision win in his debut. Granted, it was a bit of short notice if I remember right. So we got to cut the heavyweight a little bit of slack, but you're a heavyweight at the end of the day, and we expect violence nonetheless. UFC has kind of implemented a thing where they're trying to cut all these fat heavyweights, and that's the movement that Josh Hawkins behind. If you've ever heard any of his mic drops, he definitely likes to be heard, and he likes to
oh yeah,
let people know that he's not here to play with these tubbies and shit's not sweet. So my pick in this one is Josh Hokit. Easy pick. I think he's got really fast hands and he's got good wrestling. On the other side, you got Denzel Freeman, who, yes, he's an ex-Marine. So he's got that savage dog in him. Anyone who served, thank you for your service. But I think he's gonna be outclassed in this one. I think Josh Hokit just has a little bit more grit inside the octagon. And yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the more interesting heavyweight prospects. He's not fat. He's a little bit lighter. I think he came in 240 or 236. So that's kind of my concern for him moving forward once he gets, a little further into the up the rankings here, is that he's really light for a heavyweight. Anyone who's really under like that 245 mark kind of draws a big concern for me for some of these heavy guys, because you'll see guys really fucking lay on you and really try to use that weight to just tire you out. Freeman doesn't really have much wrestling. I think he does have a couple submission wins, but I don't think he's going to try and wrestle Josh Hokit. I think this is just going to have to play out on the feet. And on the feet, I trust Josh Hokit to land the cleaner shots and probably get the knockout. We might see a round 1 Hokit finish here.
Josh Hokit is here to make the heavyweight division great again, brother.
I should have had you open it.
He is
Fuck.
he is here to make the heavyweight division fucking great again. And what better way to do it than against a guy who sparred in his last fight, got stunned in the bright lights. Josh Hokit is gonna go in there and whoop ass. Denzel Freeman
His little.
going Yep, Denzel Freeman going into his last fight was favored. He was favored for the finish. Ends up going to the distance against a guy who's coming off of a 5-fight streak, all in the first.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't care. That fight was fucking boring.
Mm.
That fight was boring as shit. And Denzel Freeman, he looked good in the third. He was putting it on in the third, but he was frozen up first and second round. He couldn't get anything going. His coaches, his corner was telling him to just fucking strike, just throw something.
Mm.
Who did the exact opposite? Who walked in there with his fucking chest puffed up, with a fucking whole persona, ready to fucking go, ready to kill shit, and is on a fucking finish streak, including the Contender Series? Josh Hokit. I think Josh Hokit gives Denzel Freeman belt to ass.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean another thing is you got to look at the age too, right? I mean, you got Freeman, he's on his debut, he's 34. He's definitely one of the older guys that is kind of coming up early in his career. And it kind of makes me worry for, you know, where his head's at. You know, is he thinking that he needs a finish to get on the quick road? Because a decision win over Hokit is not going to get you where you want to go. And that's kind of what he needs here is a finish. Because I think if this goes into later rounds, granted we haven't seen Hokit, we haven't seen his gas tank really get tested. So I don't know what's gonna happen when we get into the later rounds, but I think I trust Hokit more in these later rounds.
Kind of a little bit in his Contender Series fight.
Yeah,
you know, he didn't get the finish. He didn't get the finish in the first. He took it all the way to the second. And matter of fact, since the dude wanted to fucking wrestle and grapple with him, Josh Hokit was like, "Fuck it, I'll just get on top of you and just whoop your ass on top of you." And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think Hokit has us in the bag wherever this goes. I do expect to finish 1,000,000%. Just one because it's heavyweight, and two because it's Hokit. And like you said, he's trying to make this weight class great again. So
yeah,
we'll see Hokit moving on. I definitely think so. Next fight, we get Michael Johnson, the grimy, gritty vet versus Alexander Hernandez, a dude who I thought was younger. He's like what, 30 something. And yeah, I think this low-key feels like a trap spot, bro. We get Michael Johnson at underdog price against the surging Alexander Hernandez. Both guys on win streaks. One of these L's has to happen here. Who do I see it coming on? I don't know, dude. This is a weird spot. I feel weird. I feel real. I don't know. I don't feel like I should really be taking a money line here. And if I had to, this feels like a coin flip, if I'm being honest with you. Alexander Hernandez, he's coming off of 4 wins in a row. One of them was over Chase Hooper, who we saw get slimed out in that fight. He's coming off a win over Hollabaugh. Hollabaugh is kind of a vet on his way out, it feels like. He's kind of on a bit of an L streak. Chase Hooper hasn't been knocked out in the lightweight class at all. His last loss was Steve Garcia down a weight class. Or was that this weight class? That was down, right? I don't think Steve Garcia is a lightweight. He's a bantamweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not tripping. Or featherweight, not bantamweight. Sorry.
No,
yeah,
not bantam, feather.
Yeah, feather. And then Diego Ferreira, the fucking 40-year-old guy who's still in the UFC and still hanging around. And then Michael Johnson, he's going off a win over Darius Flowers, Ottoman Azatar, and Zellhuber, who I definitely had Zellhuber in this one. And that's why talking about this fight, that's why I feel so taken aback to really take a side here, because Johnson beat a prospect who he was like heavily underdog against. He was like, I think he was like a plus 800 against Zellhuber or some shit. Like he was a big underdog. And he came out and he just basically 30-27 Zellhuber. Like it wasn't even close. And Hernandez, he's on a bit of a finish streak. That's kind of why I'm kind of on the side of Hernandez in this one. But I'm also like, watch out for the vet Johnson. Yes, he's older, but he's also sliming some of these prospects, dude. And that's kind of the red flag here in this one. But I do think Hernandez can get it done. I think his wrestling will be the X factor here. I think if he does manage to get Johnson and get him down and ride out control time, I do think that he can wear out Johnson. I definitely think he has the heavier hands, but I think Johnson's vet experience is gonna work a bit here. I do think this could go the distance, definitely into the later rounds for sure. But if there is a finish, I think it does come on the side of Hernandez for sure. I think it'd have to be on the side of Hernandez. What do you think about this one, Z?
I mean, it could go honestly for a finish. It could go either way, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Johnson, people forget Michael Johnson he got them hands, bro. He got them hands.
yeah, it's like over his
He
record.
pieced in Zellhuber. Zellhuber, honestly, in my opinion, after the first, he had no answers for Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was fucking tagging him up.
Yeah,
But I see Hernandez catching Johnson, bro. I see Alexander Hernandez fucking just throwing some heavy haymaker. Before I get more into it, this fight is going to be a banger. I really do believe so. I really do believe that this is going to be one of the best fights on the card.
yeah.
I think we're gonna see some fireworks in this one, and I'm very excited to see this. But I think Alexander Hernandez is going to put Michael Johnson out. Neil Magny's time came. Neil Magny's time came. Now it's time for Michael Johnson's time to come. And Alexander Hernandez is going to put his fucking lights out. I think, Michael Johnson, he's the taller, longer fighter. But I think Hernandez is going to be able to avoid some of those strikes coming back to him. And then I think Hernandez just fucking hurts Johnson with some power. Cause Hernandez, he got some fucking hands, and he has some power in them hands.
Mm-hmm.
He may not be as fast as dudes like Michael Johnson, even though Michael Johnson's almost pushing 40. But I think Hernandez is gonna fucking get one clean hit, drop Johnson, and then just get on top of him for the finish.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. I just looked over Johnson's record. We'll play a little bit of MMA math here, Z. Who did Michael Johnson lose to that Hernandez just recently knocked out?
Hooper?
Ferreira. Old ass Ferreira.
What?
So it was pretty late back, but it's one of those things you look at and it's like, For Johnson, it was a while ago though. I mean, well, it was a few fights back. Where is it at? It was right here, 2023. So I mean, it was a couple years ago. But it's one of those things we like to look at. MMA math isn't really a thing, but it is a thing. And I mean, I look at it and I'm like, what was the reason they lost that fight? Was it a finish? Was it a decision? Like,
Yeah.
what do they learn from that fight going forward? Are they on a losing streak? What, yada, yada. There's a lot of things to look at. UFC is very in depth on, things that people don't really think about. And, things like that are things that people look at, and it can sometimes help you take an edge, when you're looking at taking sides here. Like now that I know that he lost to a guy that Hernandez just chinned, it makes me want to be on the side of Hernandez with you even more. Like you're talking about, Hernandez will probably clip Johnson and get him out of there.
See,
So,
and that's the thing with okay, hold on. Let me let you finish. Let me let you finish.
and a win for Hernandez here is big. Topology has these guys ranked in the 20s. They're probably ranked higher with UFC. Topology is weird. They tie all the promotions together in their Topology rankings. So you look at a win like this, a Hernandez finish. This would be a 5-fight win streak for Hernandez. If he gets a finish here, we're talking Hernandez top 15 possibly. We're talking a guy taking his spot in the rankings, getting a big fight, probably on a main card. You know, not here in the prelims anymore. He's probably going to be one of the big dogs. The fight with Hooper was a main card fight, no? Or was it it was like
Bro,
the
I think it
featured
was like
prelim.
it was like yeah, it was like main card prelims. It
Yeah.
wasn't early prelims, but it
Okay.
was most definitely late prelims.
Yeah. So a win for Hernandez here would be big, and that's kind of what I'm rooting for. You know, he's younger guy, 33. He's right in the prime of his career. This is about prime age for these fighters. Michael Johnson, he's obviously past his prime. He's about to be 40 here in a couple months. So
I mean, shit,
this
he's
is a
not.
great spot.
He ain't past his prime yet. Shit, look
Yeah,
at
well,
no,
four of
he
his
got
last five. Fuck.
Unk still got it.
Yeah.
The thing with Johnson though, bro, just takes one. Just takes one with Johnson. I mean, yeah, he went a little distance with fucking Gaethje, but he got slumped out in his last one, didn't he? In his last loss?
Who?
What is Johnson.
The loss right there? That was Safira. That loss is the
Oh
Ferrell
yeah.
loss.
Yeah, he got slumped the fuck out. He got folded. I
Yeah.
see Hernandez doing the same shit. I see Hernandez all it takes is one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you allow Johnson to implement his game, which you can clearly see it when he fought Zellhuber.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of peace. You know, keep distance. You know, and then kind of counter.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I see Hernandez. Luring him in, and then just catching him.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Next fight, we got Alex Perez and Charles Johnson. This should be a banger.
Another banger.
Yeah, I think this card's full of bangers, bro. I don't think we're gonna get. I'm
100%.
hoping we don't get any shit
100%.
fights.
See, I didn't want to spoil it. But
Look at you going
see,
and fucking spoiling it.
you see a little bit of a pattern here, guys.
Yeah, we're starting to
I
see
mean,
something.
the first couple of fights, but then we really start getting into it.
Yeah.
And yes, next fight, Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. I got Alex Perez. Possibly even knocking out Charles Johnson.
What is your problem?
In my opinion, I mean, yes, he is on a little bit of a losing streak.
You had him in a dog spot last time.
He is 1 out of 4 in his last 5. But look back at his last fight. He looked great. In his last fight. He did get caught in that guillotine choke. And that came into the 3rd round by some crazy monkey shit. You know, Alex Perez was real confident in that, during that fight. And in that moment, he was real confident going into the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of made a mistake, gave it up, and then got caught in that submission. But I don't know. I don't know. I really like Perez.
You got
Alex
that
Perez.
itch in your balls, huh?
I really like Alex Perez. I like him as a fighter. I think he's really good.
Okay.
But you got Charles Johnson on the other side, coming off of a KO win against Lonnie Kavanaugh. Crazy knockout. I mean, Kavanaugh kind of asked for it. He was trying to fade away,
backed up with his hands down.
Yeah, with hands down, and Johnson just let him have it.
Mm.
But I think Alex Perez, though, I think he will have the better chance here against Johnson. And like I said, I think Alex Perez knocks him out.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So my take on it is you got Charles Johnson, who has kind of gotten the short end of the stick even off of his wins. He beat Joshua Van. Joshua Van then went on to get a ranked opponent. Probably not right after, but he still went on to get a ranked opponent. And now Joshua Van has the title. He got a win over, who was it? Sumaderji. Sumaderji then went on and fought Borjas and is now kind of set up to come into the rankings here soon. I think he has a fight booked. I could be wrong about that. He takes a loss to Ramazan Temirov, which hurts Johnson's record, but Tamarov popped for roids in this fight, or not even roids, but he popped for some PED, and now he's on suspension, and that kind of fucks over Johnson, and he gets a win over Kavanaugh, and still doesn't get a ranked fight. Now he gets Perez, who Tapology says number 14. I don't even know if Perez is ranked. He might be. But it's the fight that Johnson needs for sure if Perez is ranked, because Johnson is more than deserving of a ranked spot. A loss that shouldn't be a loss. I think they should drop that. I don't think they will. But Johnson's also, he's right in the prime of his career. 35 years old. He's a long rangey flyweight. He's a problem for this division as far as his height and reach goes. He's one of the bigger guys for sure. He hasn't had a problem making weight. He's one of the guys who's always ready to fight. On the other side, like you said, Perez, he's a dog, but he's lost 4 of his last 5, and they're against quality comp, man. I mean, you look at he lost to Tyra, got his knee blown out on some backpack. I think we talked about that before. Lost to Asu on the ghillie, like you're saying, but it was a jumped ghillie. I think it was later in the fight too. Lost to Muhammad Bukauskas. Muhammad Bukauskas is not even part of the UFC anymore. I hope they re-sign him, bro. He's a problem. And he's over in, I think he's over in karate combat, kicking people's asses, or wherever he is. Lost to Pantoja. He beat Nicolau. I mean, Nicolau is not the greatest, but it's a good win. You read the record, it's a good win. I think the dog spot is pretty deserving on Perez. I just don't know if this is the spot for it. And it's a tough fight. It's a tough ask for Perez. You got Johnson, who really wants it bad. He wants to be ranked, and like I said, he's been getting the short end of these fights. If you read his record, I think the problem is really when it goes to the scorecards. Yeah, you read the scorecards. He's 7-7, right? When he's not I don't know. He's not doing enough, right? When he's in these close fights, and I think this is the spot where we might see Charles Johnson look for the finish, and you probably should, right? Perez has lost two in a row by finish. If Johnson's to win, I hope he just makes it easy on himself. Doesn't put it in the judge's hands, because he doesn't have a great track record. All 7 of his losses are on the scorecards. But I think if he wants to get a good win here and really put his name out there, I think he needs to get it on the on his own sword and find the finish here. I think my take here will be on Johnson. I don't know if I'll really take a prop here. I'm not sure how much I trust him getting the knockout here or the sub, but I do trust him as a parlay piece for sure. Just on the money line. So
sure.
Yeah.
Alex Perez is gonna bitch him.
No.
That's okay.
No. Next fight.
That's okay.
Next fight. We get the light heavyweights. We get a Nikita Krylov, who's on a 2-fight losing streak, versus Mateusz Bukauskas, who is on a 4-fight win streak. This fight will be cinema. This will be a masterclass. This fight will be Mateusz Bukauskas all day. This will be Mateusz Bukauskas by knockout. He is such a swift, clean kickboxer. And Krylov just got chinned badly against Bukauskas last time out. Before that, he got chinned by fucking Dominic Reyes, who was on his Cinderella run. Krylov, he was pretty inactive for a hot minute before the Reyes fight. It says 2 years, and it was really like a year plus when he fought Reyes. So yeah, he came back from that little hiatus, and he got his ass beat twice pretty quickly, both in the first round. Mateusz Bukauskas, he's coming off a win over Paul Craig. I think that was his last fight, right? Yeah, Paul Craig basically sent his ass in retirement. Before that, we saw it in Seattle. The Rafael Cerquera bitched him, and then he beats Kudalaba. This was a pretty close fight. I definitely
that was a good fight.
Yeah, this was a good fight, and it was a good fight for Modestus. He I think he convincingly took that third, if I remember right, and then it was like, I forget which round it was up for grabs, but he's coming into his own. He's 31. He's coming into his prime. He's looking good. I think this is definitely a great fight for him. Krylov is not looking like he deserves to be ranked, and Modestus looks more than deserving to be in the top 15. And I think this is a great fight for him to come in and probably get another finish. But on the side of Krylov, he is a submission ace. He's a lot like Paul Craig in that sense. I expect Modestas to just manage the range and just lay into him. I definitely expect a knockout here for Bukauskas. Being the kickboxer that he is, I think he's gonna be able to work the legs, maybe even get a finish by fucking kicking out Krylov's legs. But as we've seen, Krylov's chin looks a little checked. I think a couple of good straights or a couple hooks will definitely fucking send Krylov packing out of the rankings.
Give me Bukauskas by knockout, whatever. Honestly, whatever submission or knockout.
Public's heavy on it.
Um,
Yeah.
Bukauskas is going to bitch Krylov, in my honest opinion. Bukauskas is on a completely different level right now. I think ever since he got that loss against Khalil Roundtree and he had his knee fucked up,
Mhm.
ever since he came back from that, he's been a little nasty, bro. I'm pretty sure that's his only loss too.
Was
Or in the or
Oh, he lost to
damn, he got
Petrino.
that's,
But Petrino's not a heavyweight though. It's no longer a problem for his ass.
well, ignore everything I just
He
said
sucks, bud.
in the last couple of seconds. But Bukauskas, right now he's on a completely different level. I think he's gonna go in there and just bitch Krylov. I think Bukauskas is way faster. I think he's gonna be more technical. And like you were saying, Krylov, his last two fights got chinned bad by
Mhm.
Bogdan Guskov and Dominic Reyes.
Mhm.
Give me give me Bukauskas by finish.
All right, moving on.
But
Wait.
hold on. Like I was saying, this is why I was going like this when we started talking about this fight. Is because you guys see the pattern here, bro? Do you guys see the pattern here?
Oh, I see what you're
It's been
doing.
it's been banger after banger, dude. And Joe, pull up the next fight. Pull up the next
Let
fight.
him cook.
We get Ateba Gautier versus Andre Pulyaev. Ateba Gautier by
Look at the
murder.
line, bro.
Ateba Gautier by murder. And
Murder.
that is the first time I will say of minus 1600 favorite. That is
Thousand.
I'm fine with that. I'm not
Was
I'm
he?
not
Was he?
gonna bet on this fight.
Was he 1600 earlier?
What no, I'm pretty sure it's gone up.
What? What?
I mean, he was minus 1600 against Tristan Vines, who came in on short notice, and he's minus 1600 against Andre Pulyaev, who's had a full camp going into this fight. That tells you something, bro. That
Yeah,
tells you something. This guy is terrifying.
he's
He
dense,
is
bro. That
terrifying.
Cameroonian fucking the density, bro. He's a
He
thick
is
boy, just like
he's
Ngannou.
built. He's built like a fucking like a Greek sculpture.
Yeah, he's chiseled.
He nah, I'll type a good to you by murder, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. He made quick.
Whatever you
He made
want.
quick work of Medina. That was in Mexico City. Made quick work of Medina. Medina was egging him on to come to come knock him out, and he fucking did. He sent him packing.
Oh yeah.
Robert Valentin got out of there quick. That was the first round ass whooping. Tristan Vines, like I said, was another ass whooping. Wasn't that in Paris? Or where was that at? I don't remember where that
No, that
was.
wasn't in Paris.
But either way, Gautier is a problem. He's looking like a dark horse in this division, and he's only getting better. He's fucking what? He's 23. This is a dude that's going to be on a Joshua Van run this year. Mark my words. I think this dude by end of the year is going to be in the rankings, fucking getting booked on big fights. I
Oh yeah.
I will take note of it. I will fucking put it on a sticky note. Watch for Gautier in
You think
2026.
hold on. You think if he gets another like finish here, like another just bitched him finish, you think he gets a ranked opponent next? You think they're just gonna boost him
No,
up? You
middleweight's.
don't think so?
I mean, middleweight is slow
I know
enough,
it's stacked.
bro.
No, but it's stacked right now, just a little bit.
Yeah,
Just a little
he
bit.
could. I mean, fuck. Let's I don't know, man. We can brainstorm it after this fight when we go over our
Yeah.
recap. Once this card's said and done. But yeah, I think he's gonna be either right there or he will get it. I mean, we'd really have to look at it and look into it and see what the schedule looks like and if it would even match up. But it would be fun.
Yeah.
I think he's on that path for sure. I think by then 2026 he will be ranked. Pulyaev on the other side, he's 4-1 in his last 5. He lost to CLD in a pretty boring decision fight. CLD, he's looking like a savage since this fight. He came back and he got that knockout over Eric Anders, and then he knocked out who did he fight recently? I can't remember, but CLD is looking good. CLD is on a path of destruction right now, and I think CLD is ranked. Could you imagine Gautier versus CLD? Two guys that are just absolute fucking monsters.
Gautier just one shot. Bro.
You think he walks through CLD? He could, bro.
I think Gautier walks through a lot of people in the top 15.
I think he's a problem for sure. He's 6'4", 81-inch reach, bro. He's fucking huge. And then Pulyaev, we saw him fight Nick Klein. Nick Klein doesn't belong in the UFC. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, he's had a few tough fights. He fought in Seattle on a short notice, and then he gets a full camp on Pulyaev, and he looks like dog piss. Yeah, just my 2 cents on it. But yeah, I definitely think this is a fight that Gautier should throw another masterclass on. We've seen some of these guys that are heavily favored on the knockout because that's what they're known for, kind of start to round their skill set. And I think this could be one of those fights where we see Gautier maybe look for the submission. Maybe we see him try something new. But if it works, why step away from something that works, right? You know, I'm sure his KO prop is probably fucking minus 600. It's probably just as juicy as his money line. This is one of the fights that you're probably just going to have to take a round prop on Gautier, because that's probably gonna be about as close to even as you're gonna get, or you know, it's not gonna be fun to take Gautier. So I would probably just recommend staying away from this fight and just enjoy the masterclass that you're about to see. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably not even gonna entertain the round prop. It's probably gonna be at 1.5 and probably super juice to the under. So at that point, I'm just gonna say fuck it and just leave it alone. Because yeah, Pilote's not a slouch, man. I mean, he does, like I said, he's 4 out of 5 in his last 5. You know, he's got some good wins here. He went the distance with CLD, who is, like I said, he's a dangerous guy. He's a guy who's had some finishes since this fight, and going the distance with CLD is kind of a feat all in itself. We saw Robocop do it, and Robocop's a fucking dog. So it's one that you're kind of like, maybe this could be a trap spot, but I don't think it's gonna be a trap in the sense that Pulyaev beats Gautier. I think it's a trap in the sense of if you're taking the over/under, maybe keep an eye on the over if it's at 1.5, because this could be a fight that Pulyaev really tests the gas tank of Gautier, and we start to see things that we will, you know, start to learn about him. But that's all I got to say about it. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited for this one for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to add, or you want to move on?
Nah, let's get to the next one.
All right, to the next banger. Ooh. I forgot this was on here, Loki. All right.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting fight.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, we got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figgy. I already have question marks about why this fight was even made, to be honest with you. Because Umar is 19-1. His only loss is to former champ Merab. And he gets his get back in his last fight over Batista. And yes, it was a decision win, and that's probably why this fight was made, was because it was a decision.
I was just gonna say that, you know, because it was, in my opinion,
it was pretty close.
It was kind of a close. It was a little bit of a close fight, especially in the early portion, until Umar just Dagestani wrestle.
Oh, bro, look at the odds. God damn.
Yeah, this is another fight that you were saying with the last one. Grab a beer.
Yeah.
Grab a beer.
Take a piss.
Chat with some friends.
Yeah.
Look at your parlays.
I mean, God. But that's great. I don't really agree with the odds though, if I'm being honest.
Figueiredo?
We just saw Figgy get a win over Montel Jackson, and that was at UFC Brazil, I'm pretty sure. And Montel Jackson was on a bit of a win streak himself, but it's Montel Jackson, right? It's kind of a whatever fight. He got the win. Was it by split? It was by split. But Figgy lost to Corey, and he lost to Piotr Jan, who has the belt. Okay, he has quality losses. He's a former champ himself. He was the flyweight champ, had his quadrilogy with Brandon Moreno. Comes in, he beats Cheeto. He beat Cody Garbrandt, who, you know, is kind of a whatever fighter. He's kind of a journeyman fighter at this point. But on the other side, you got Umar, right? He's a Nurmagomedov. He's Khabib's prodigy. Um, yeah, it's kind of a weird spot to see the line that wide. Um, but I kind of agree with it because the problem with Figgy is that, in a 3-round fight with a guy who is going to wrestle and is going to absolutely sabotage you with kicks, Figgy is kind of a, I don't want to say one dimensional, but you kind of know the direction he wants to go, and that is hunt for you as far as submissions go and get the takedowns rolling. And you're not going to really get that path against Nurmagomedov. And so I kind of agree with this line being set and the favorite being Umar, but I don't agree with it being so wide because with it that wide, it makes me want to take a shot on Figgy because it's Figgy, former champ. Like I said, he's only lost to literally the top of the food chain, guys that have fought for the belt, guys that have been contenders. And yeah, it's a weird fight. I mean, I don't think they should have made this fight. I think they should have made Corey and Umar. Again, I mean, they already fought once, but the top of the bantamweight is really fucking stale. like all these guys have already fought each other like once, maybe twice. It's like there's not much you can really do right now, and I do like that they're trying to get new blood in here, but I do think Umar's gonna win. But like a line that wide makes me want to get on Figgy. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at Figgy's spread. If Figgy's spread is really wide, with a line this wide, Figgy's spread probably has to be like 5.5 or 7.5 or some shit. They gotta think he's gonna get 30-27 across the board. Um, they're in the US, so there's no home cooking. There's no Umar 30-26 because they're in Saudi. Um, so who knows? Maybe I'll look at a Figgy spread line for this one. That might be the route.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with you. I really do. Davison Figueiredo, former champ oh, fuck.
Flyweight.
It goes flyweight. It go flyweight, bantamweight. Yeah, former flyweight champ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, went to back wars with Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
I don't like those odds either. I mean, Umar, yeah, he clean in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. It makes sense why people would see it that way. But I don't know. I'm not gonna really touch this bet. I mean, touch this fight. I'm not gonna bet on this fight because another thing as well is like you could kind of compare Figueiredo to like someone like Cheeto.
Yeah.
A little slow to start.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little slow to get to the start. But ultimately, I'm gonna go with Umar. I'm gonna go with Nurmagomedov. It would be a shame to lose to a Brazilian as a Russian. So Russian versus Brazil, another rivalry. But like I said, guys, a little bit of a pattern here. This is going to be our featured prelim.
It is.
And
Okay.
and after and after this fight,
That's the
to
cue.
start
That's the
the
cue.
main card, we
Z,
get
stand up.
Arnold Allen versus nobody else but Gene Lord Silva. I got Gene Silva by murder, whatever he wants. Gene Silva, he's coming. He's coming back. He is coming back. I said this. I said this when they lost, when Rufy lost, when Silva lost. I feel sorry for who is coming up next. I mean, Mauricio Rufy, we'll get into that a different time. But Gene Silva versus Arnold Allen. Allen hasn't fought since 2024. And he's getting put
Really?
against Gene
Yeah.
Silva.
That's the BBB Giga by decision who just got fucking smoked by Bajejos.
He fought Jakadze in his last fight, and now he's getting Gene Silva. See, this is what I was talking about this entire time. This is what I was talking. This is who Gene Silva should have fought before going and fighting ranked 2 fucking Diego Lopez. Are you kidding me? Who's about to go and fight Volkanovski? No. They should have made this matchup way before they even thought about that matchup.
Yeah, they kind of
But
jumped the
Gene
gun on
Silva,
Silva for sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. Look at what he's done since he's won his contender series. He is putting motherfuckers out like nothing. Bitch, Bryce Mitchell.
Putting out Aaron and
Bitch,
Alden though,
I don't know
that's
about
a feat
putting
all
him
in
out.
itself, bro. That's something different.
I don't know about knocking him out. Allen has never been knocked out in his career. I don't know about Silva, but that's the thing though. Fighting nerds, Carlos Prates, putting dudes out. They've never
Leon
been put out in their
Edwards.
career. Leon Edwards, Li Jing Liang,
Mm.
Yoff Neal, put them all out. Silva's dangerous. That's the thing. That's the thing, bro. Gene Silva, he just lets his ego eat too much. He lets
Mm.
his ego eat too much. If he could just silently just let it eat while you're walking into the cage, and then when you get into the cage, just put it away. Put it away and fucking lock in, because when Silva's in there, even when it looks like he's fucking just fucking around and just joking, fucking dabbing you up, slapping your hands, fucking telling the crowd to get hype, and then he just puts you on your ass, puts you 1-2, just fucking drops you.
Yeah.
So Silva choked out Bryce Mitchell. I mean, Silva has it all. He has it all. I really like Silva. I'm a
You
huge
like him
fan of
so much
Gene
you
Silva.
cosplay him.
Uh, anyways,
Fuck, but I agree with you. Gene Silva, I think he's on the way back into the top five. Him only being number 15 on the featherweight topology is silly to me. This dude lost to Diego Lopez, who is probably going to beat Volkanovski in number two, but we'll get into that when we get there. But Gene Silva lost that fight because he let his emotions get the best of him. And I think that is something that he definitely learned from going forward, that, he's the guy who gets emotional, man. I mean, he's had a rough past. He's talked about the stuff that happened to him as a kid with his mom and whatever growing up. I mean, he's a savage. He's a dog at heart. I mean, he's here getting his finishes in the UFC. He got finished because he let his emotions get the best of him. Him and Diego Lopez did have a little bit of beef outside of the cage. And that just happens, when you got a guy as passionate as Gene Silva, he's gonna let shit get the best of him. But this is a fight they made because they want to see him bounce back. On and on, he's been inactive for a while. I think he had shoulder surgery or something. He had something going on for why he was out for so long. Um, but Arnold Allen, he's a dog all on himself. I mean, like you said, he's never been knocked out before. He was in the cage with Max Holloway. He was in there with Mobzar. Mobzar's kind of a whatever. He's just a fucking hug fuck you. But he's in there with some of these quality guys, right? Gene Silva is just slick and he's smart. He has a lot of showmanship. Like you said, he'll hype the crowd up. He'll dap you up, play around with you. But it's smart. He's using it to get range. He's using it to get in all these things, right? He's learning what things look like in the cage as he goes. He's a clever guy. Um, will he knock out Arnold Allen? Probably not. I'm gonna play it safe here and take Gene Silva money line, and I would take money line on Gene Silva anyway, because he is, like Z said, he's one of the favorite fighters of ours. We've been fighting nerd fans for basically as long as they've been in the UFC, really ever since they really came in. And yeah, they definitely have my heart no matter what, win or lose. I think Gene Silva is going to win this, right?
oh yeah.
The public sees it. Silva by knockout is heavily favored, and obviously it's rightfully so. I mean, let's look at his run since Contender Series. Where's Contender Series? I mean, you can look back even further if you want, bro. But where's Contender Series at? Vallejos, who is a dog, they're probably gonna run it back in 2026, bro. I would not be surprised if they ran it back.
Vallejos is fighting. Fighting Josh Emmett.
Oh yeah, that's right. They already booked that. But he's on the track to again clash with Gene Silva at some point. Um, we saw him fucking smoke Jourdain, then he smoked Drew Dober, and UFC Seattle smoked Melsik Bagdasaryan, and then he choked out Bryce Mitchell, and then he gets finished by
Um,
Lopez.
Keep in mind that Drew Dober fight was short notice for Gene Silva
Mm.
because he wanted to fight. He wanted to fight again, so they gave him Drew Dober, and it was up a weight class. Gene Silva went up a weight class and absolutely bitched Drew Dober.
That was at lightweight.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
no.
at lightweight.
Oh no shit. I didn't know that. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I think this fight. I'm not gonna say it goes either way, but I do think this is a competitive fight. I think it's a fight that will for sure test Gene Silva, but I do believe in ring rust. I do think that the inactivity on Arnold Allen's side, coming back from injury, we'll see how it plays out when he comes in, how the weight cut's gonna look. But Gene Silva, he's gonna learn. He just fought at the top of the division, and he knows that he hung around. He caught Diego Lopez with shots that would knock out the normal human being. And Diego Lopez didn't really walk through him. I mean, they definitely did make him react and shit. He just got caught. It happens. And I do believe that he, by the end of 2026, will be champ. If not champ, fighting for the title again, for sure. 1,000,000%. I definitely believe that. So yeah, I do see Arnold Allen losing this one, either on the scorecards 2028 or by knockout, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Not barking because this women's coming up. We're barking because of Gene Silva. But let's talk about the women's fight coming up. The only women's fight on the card. You used to have two. Now we're down to one. We got Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. It's not short notice because, I mean, we had 6 weeks off, but it is short notice for the fight camp, I think. For them really knowing that they're going to fight each other because it was originally supposed to be Alexa Grasso and Rose. But now Rose gets an even tougher task. She gets Natalia Silva, which when I heard this fight got announced, my eyebrows were raised past my hairline because this fight just doesn't make sense. It's a weird fight to make. Natalia Silva beat Alexa Grasso, and you're gonna have her fight the girl that Alexa Grasso was supposed to fight instead of having Natalia Silva, I don't know, fight for the title. The former title challenger, she put a clinic on for 3 rounds. You want her to go and fight a 3-round back and forth last 5 Rose Namajunas? A lot of question marks. A lot of weird booking shit is happening right now. Some things obviously we don't agree with as UFC fans. We got Rose Namajunas coming off a loss to Erin Blanchfield, and then coming back and getting a win over Miranda Maverick. The win over Miranda Maverick was a good win because Miranda Maverick was on a big win streak, and Rose isn't a slouch, of course, right? She's held the title twice. But Natalia Silva, she's a younger fighter. She's got all the answers, right? She's got slick grappling, slick striking. I mean, you don't put a clinic on Grasso the way that Natalia Silva does. Grasso's got incredible Mexican style boxing. And she has some good grappling herself. But Natalia Silva made it look fucking easy. And I think she's about to do the same here. This is gonna be a 3-round dog walk, I feel like, in the favor of Natalia Silva. And it's no hate on Rose. It's just how highly I view Natalia Silva with where she is right now in her career, and just a skill set that she has, that she's just probably that much better than Rose at this point in time. So I think Natalia Silva gets this done on the cards, and I think the odds have it priced probably about right.
Yeah, I mean, Silva gets his fight down to the ground. I don't see Namajunas. I don't see her doing much. I mean, Namajunas is gonna be
Yeah, like it's only
a bigger
decisions.
fighter. Yeah, Namajunas is gonna be a little bit of a bigger fighter compared to Silva, but I think Silva gets this fight to the ground and dominates, in my opinion.
Mm.
I think she's gonna be too much for Namajunas.
Yeah, we've seen Rose fight Zhang Weili. What was it, twice? 3 times?
Yeah,
Twice.
the first I think it was twice. The first time,
Yeah, the head kick,
Namajunas
fluky
fucking
head kick.
head kicked her, and then yep.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think this one's pretty cut and dry. I think Silva gets it done. I think Silva definitely gets a title shot after this win. I mean, there's no denying her already. But I think this just adds to the resume for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we get another heavyweight banger fight. This wasn't short notice, right? This one was booked on time, if I remember right. But regardless,
Yeah.
it's heavyweights. It's 2 fat boys, 2 big boys coming swinging, coming in hot. We get two totally different styles here.
Are you muted?
When did I mute?
I don't know. Right as soon as you were like, we have
I
two different
I
styles.
I probably pushed or something. Anyway, so we have two style of guys here. We got the guy who's a technical boxer, and Waldo Cortes-Acosta. That's funny as fuck. Waldo Cortes-Acosta, the technical boxer, comes from a background of being technical and fighting smart. On the other side, you get Derek Lewis, the guy who is not technical, the guy who's a beast, the guy who you count out and throws the right hook from hell and fucking puts you to sleep. He is the KO leader in the heavyweight division, and he's a fucking animal, bro. He's the guy who you think you have all the answers to. You try to get him on a submission, he stands up. Just stands up. He doesn't believe in jujitsu. Uh this is the fight that feels easy, right? It feels like you should be on the side of Waldo Cortes. Cortes is coming off of 2 finishes in a row, and he was probably the most active heavyweight this year. And I don't even think that's a question. I'm pretty sure he was very active. He had 5 fights in 1 year. Ryan Spann, Sergey Spivak, lost to Sergey in China, beat Ante Deliha. He got eye poked. Was it like the second or third round or some shit? Actually, this was only like a 1 round fight, right? Or was it a 2 rounder? I don't remember what happened. But anyway, he got eye poked, and right after the eye poke, starched him, got him out of there. Deliha is one of Tom Aspinall's training partners. And then on short notice, not even short notice, he just wanted a quick turnaround. Just went and fucking fought Shamil Gaziev in I think it was in Saudi, and got him out of there. He's obviously turning himself onto the right path through getting these finishes. Not saying he wasn't deserving if he got the win over Sergey, whether it was decision or not, but him bouncing back and getting finishes is getting him on the right spot. Fighting down again is kind of my only like question mark here, because Cortes-Acosta went from fighting Sergey Spivak or Sergey Pavlovich, who fought for the title before. It was an interim title with Tom Aspinall. But then Sergey lost to Volkov, and then he went on a little bit of an L streak before bouncing back in this one. Um, and then he fights Deliha, who wasn't ranked. I think this was a debut fight, or it was a second fight into Deliha's career, because I think he fought Tibura before Deliha, or before Acosta. Anyway, and then he fights Gaziev, who was like number 14 or some shit. Like he was like 11. And then now you're going to get Derek Lewis, who is also on a 2-fight win streak, and he's coming on wins over Nascimento, not ranked. Teixeira, not ranked, beat a Taffa brother, and then got this fight on a main event, which was wild. They booked that shit in Nashville. Didn't make any sense. I don't know. I think they're kind of distant Salsa Boy. They keep giving him these fucking lesser ranked opponents, but Derek Lewis will be the toughest ask in my opinion.
Hey, and at the end of the day, he signed the contract.
He
He
did
signed the
sign it.
contract, and he said yes to the fight. I'm taking Derek Lewis though, bro. I'm taking Derek Lewis. I think Derek Lewis is gonna get it done, and the reason why, if this was under a different circumstance, I'd be going the other way.
Yeah.
But the reason why is the exact thing that you just explained a few seconds ago. Cortes-Acosta fought five times in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
5 times. Four out of 5 of them he won.
Yeah.
Lost the decision against Sergey.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time we see these fighters who go on a crazy fighting streak like this, and their fights are so close in between, it doesn't really. I don't even off of even if one of the fights was a loss. I mean, his last fight against Gaziev was only a month and a half ago,
Mm-hmm.
or almost 2 months ago.
Yeah. Yep. Month
And
and
you're
3 weeks.
getting you're getting a Derek Lewis who's coming off of a first round finish
It's definitely a full camp for
six
Derek Lewis.
6 months ago, off of a first round finish. Derek Lewis is fresh. And another thing I want to say is Derek Lewis has not looked this good in so long.
He slimmed
He
down.
most
He was going on
he
runs
most
and shit.
definitely cut. Yeah, he cut a lot of weight and he looks very athletic for a dude who is fucking 40 years old, 260 pounds.
No better way to start off the new year than him saying his balls is hot.
Give me Derek Lewis. Give me Derek Lewis by knockout.
Yeah.
Or honestly, a decision too.
Mm.
I just, I mean,
He can go the distance. He's been in some 5-round fights. He's been in some
yes.
fuck fests. I mean, bro, they both have either guy by knockout. Acosta by knockout, I don't know. I don't think you're gonna knock out Derek Lewis. I mean, he's been knocked out plenty of times. I mean, he's 29-12. But he's been in there with some fucking dogs, bro. I don't know. I
He's only been
don't
knocked
know.
out twice. Or he's
Okay.
been knocked out. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the submissions. He's been knocked out 7 times.
Yeah. I think we've seen a few of them. He got knocked out by Pavlovich, who he just went the
Tai
distance with.
Tuivasa and Cyril Gane.
Yeah, Ty Tuivasa was on his crazy run at that time, but Ty doesn't exist anymore. Sergey, I mean, getting knocked out by Sergey was kind of a thing where it was almost inevitable on the run that he was on, because that ended up being the run where Sergey went and fought for the interim. So I don't know. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think this is my dog spot. It's a fun dog spot. I wouldn't put in any parlays probably. I mean, I might, but I think this is a spot where I'm gonna fucking probably put it in a fun degenerate underdog play
Yeah,
for sure.
I like it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it.
Next we move into our co-main, a banger co-main,
Another banger.
another banger. These are all
This
bangers.
would we would have been going into the third fight into the main card, which would have been this. I'm pretty sure.
Are they keeping this as a three
Um,
rounder?
they are keeping it as a 3-rounder, but we would have been getting Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison here.
Where would it say?
Instead,
I wouldn't
3 out
even.
of 5.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, instead we're getting Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong for the co-main for UFC 324.
How do you feel about this fight?
I got Song Yadong. I am just a little bit surprised that he is the underdog. I mean, against O'Malley, like he is the casual's favorite fighter. I'm gonna say it. He is the casual's favorite fighter.
We love a purple haired that dude, man.
Look at some of the dudes that Song Yadong has lost. I mean, early into his early or not early, but 2021 he lost to Kyler Phillips. I mean, whatever. But
Yeah.
recently, Corey Sandhagen, Peter Yan. I think Song Yadong has a little bit more in his back pocket compared to Sean O'Malley. Yeah, Sean O'Malley has that range, sniper right. You know, he has that striking. I just think Song Yadong's a little bit of a dog. And I think he could really wrap up O'Malley and implement some nasty ground and pound. My pick here is gonna be Song Yadong.
Okay. And for those who want to hear the other side for why I'm on Sean O'Malley, is because two of these losses Sean O'Malley has are both to Merab, and Merab is Merab. The only guy who beat him was fucking Petr Yan recently when Merab was on a big ass win streak and was defending the belt and is arguably bantamweight goat. Sean O'Malley beat Petr Yan. Petr Yan beat Song Yadong. MMA math. You could argue Petr Yan may have beat Sean O'Malley. Let me hear it.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you,
hold on.
face.
Do you think Sean O'Malley beat Petr Yan?
No. No, but the record says he did.
I just wanted to ask that.
Fuck you. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with I don't even know how to say a vast majority, because I don't know really who believes Sean O'Malley won that fight, but I'm on the side that Petr Yan won that fight. But record says he won, so we'll leave it at that for right now. Even if he did lose, right? Lose to Merab, lose to Petr Yan. You lose to two guys who just fought for the belt, right? So him and Song Yadong are kind of in the same spot where
Big champs.
they're only losing to guys that are top of their division, guys that are ahead of him in the rankings. Actually, I don't even know if Curry's ahead of Sean O'Malley. I think Sean O'Malley's ahead of him. I could be wrong though. But anyway, you get Sean O'Malley on 2-fight losing streak, both to Merab, but it's a 2-fight losing streak nonetheless. You get Song Yadong on a 1-fight streak. His win was over Henry Cejudo at UFC Seattle. It was supposed to be a 5-rounder, but an eye poke happened, and it ended up going and I don't think it started the fourth. It ended the third. They went to the what do they call it? A technical decision. He got the technical decision win over Henry Cejudo, and now we're here in a 3-rounder. And yeah, I'm on the side of Sean O'Malley just because of how slick his striking is. And I think my only worry here is the wrestling. Song Yadong, I don't really think he's really known for his wrestling though. He is kind of a clean boxer himself. And if you put a guy in a boxing match with Sean O'Malley, I think Sean O'Malley is going to be able to figure it out. He's the rangier guy and he's the longer, slicker guy. He's got some good leg kicks. He can chop away at Song Yadong. I think that's a problem that he's going to have to address in this fight is the leg kicks. Sean O'Malley has some clever back spinning kicks. He's got some good leg calf kicks. Yeah. Do I see a finish though? That is my question. I don't know if I see a finish. If I do, it's because I think he beats Song Yadong's legs up bad enough and that he doesn't address that problem. Because that is something I think Sean O'Malley's going to try and take advantage of quick. We saw Cejudo kind of pepper at Song Yadong's legs in that Seattle fight. But it wasn't anything bad. But it was something that I was like, he if this fight probably did go 5, you probably could swing it in the favor of Cejudo if he kept on that same game plan. Sean O'Malley, he only got 3 rounds to work here. He's been fighting in 5 for his last few. He fought 5 Merab, 5 Achito, 5 Aljo, and then he had the 3-rounder with Piotr 3 years ago. So he's been training for was 5 rounders. Now he's got to come back down to a 3-round world. I think he could get the decision win here. I think it's 29-28. This could go split. Who knows what kind of Song Yadong we're gonna get. He's not a guy I think we see fight really too often. You see in a five fight span, he's got 3 years in between. Last time we saw him was almost a year ago in Seattle. So who knows? I mean, he needs to get more active in this bantamweight division. This bantamweight division, you got these guys fighting, every 6-7 months. So he's got to be in there. Get out.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a hot here. A little bit of a hot take. I don't dislike O'Malley. I dislike that he is the casual's favorite fighter. That is the thing that I dislike the most. Because you go and you look at his record and some of the fights that he's gotten in the UFC. I mean, like, who the hell is Eddie Wineland? Where's he at?
You're looking at some of his wins.
Where's Eddie Wineland at?
There,
Eddie
duh.
Eddie Wineland was on a. I don't even want to get into it. Lost to O'Malley and then went on to lose 2 more after that. Before that, he was like losing fucking three in a row. His debut, Jose Alberto Quinez. Who? This guy's not even in the UFC anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't fight, like, in my honest opinion, yeah, he fought Chito Vera, but he didn't fight anybody else until Pedro Munez, and then that went to a no contest. And then, yeah, fought Peter Yan, and it was a close fight, but Peter Yan now would bitch O'Malley.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that Peter Yan that just fought Merab. Peter Yan has improved so much. O'Malley, I don't see it, dude. I do not see it. I'm sorry. I like O'Malley. He's a cool fighter, but he's an American. But no, man, no, I don't
fuck with you.
I don't think O'Malley can hang with the top 5. I don't think he can. Like, yes, he got that knockout on Sterling. Yeah, whatever. got cherry picked to fight against Chito Vera. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I got Song Yadong. Song Yadong's gonna be my dog shot. I think Song Yadong could get it done. I don't think he could maybe like you were saying, Sean O'Malley fucking throws those little leg kicks. Song Yadong just fucking steps in and just fucking reaches,
Blast, right?
goes,
Yeah.
yeah, just goes for it, just goes for the fucking Eiffel Tower up top at the very top. But
I mean, what's the
I
height
even see.
difference? Okay, it's not crazy, but yeah, the reach difference is 5, which is pretty significant. It's pretty long.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be reaching.
Yeah.
He got short little Asian boy arms.
It's-
Anyways,
So how do
I
you
even see.
feel if what do you see happening off of a win for either of these guys? It's a big fight. I mean, it's big for the bantamweight division. Talking about
I mean, Yadong.
contendership here.
I mean, that's the thing though, bro. Is exactly like you were saying earlier. I really wish this was, or no, you were saying that with Umar. I really wish we could have seen Sean O'Malley versus Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
It was right
wants to see
there.
that
It was
fight.
right there. I think we get that
Everyone
on.
wants to see
I
that
think we
fight.
get it off of O'Malley win. I mean, you're gonna be on a 1-5
But
win streak. You're at the top of the rankings already.
at the end of the day, though, title shot for whoever wins this fight. Honestly, maybe one more for Yadong. Maybe they'll make Yadong fight one more.
For Sean O'Malley, it's
But
pretty clear.
yeah, for Sean O'Malley, it is 100% clear. He gets a win here, decision or a knockout.
You run it
He's
back with
getting-
Petr Yan.
Yeah, you beat Petr Yan. Petr Yan's the current champ. Yeah, they're gonna push that. And then Umar, if Umar wins, they're probably gonna make Umar and Merab again. They're probably gonna make that again. That's probably gonna be like a headliner for a fight night.
Dude, either of those fights sound amazing.
That's probably the likeliest outcome. If O'Malley were to win and Umar would, that's probably what's gonna happen. Yadong, on the other hand, Yadong might have to fight one more. He might have to get the winner. If Umar wins, or he gets. No, I want to say Sandhagen. They might feed him to Merab.
Feed him.
Just they might just feed him to Merab and then make like Yan versus Umar.
I think both of those are good options there. But
anyways, guys. Oh no, you got it. Joe got it.
Let him cook. drop the mic from the top.
But Joe, before you do it, guys, if you haven't already, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what you think about our picks, our predictions, our breakdowns, the things we've been saying about these fighters, my opinion about O'Malley. If you disagree with me, let me know, because you're a casual if O'Malley is your favorite fighter.
Yeah, fuck you.
Anyways,
just kidding.
Joe.
Yeah, with that being said, guys, welcome to our first main event of 2026. We got the UFC 324 headliner, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. This is the UFC Interim Lightweight Championship. We will be seeing this on Saturday, January 24th.
Why is it interim again?
Because Ilya stepped away.
Why did Ilya step away?
Because his fine shite is not happy with him.
Okay, I just want to get that out of the way.
So, yeah, him and his wife are going through a bit of a dispute right now. He's dealing with legal stuff, and he wants to deal with it. He's not being stripped. UFC said that they'll let him deal with it as long as he needs to, and then come back with a fresh mindset and batter in the head of either of these guys. So, for the time being, though, we will have a placeholder, and that will be Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett, and it will be Justin Gaethje. That is my take here, and that is who I'm on. Paddy Pimblett is kind of feeling like he's cherry picked here because he's on a bit of a record, a bit of a winning streak, but he's also a hothead on the mic. He's got good mic skills, and you got to be someone that can be branded easy and sold to the company, and he is that guy for sure. He's clever, he's funny. I definitely believe he's funny. But you got a guy who you could argue lost to Jared Gordon 3 years ago. He fought Tony Ferguson when Tony Ferguson was a fat ass losing streak. He fought King Green, who was also kind of dog shit at the time and kind of still is. He beat Lance Gibson Jr. A couple months ago, but actually that was last month. And then you get him versus Michael Chandler on a losing streak. So yes, I do believe he's cherry picked. I do believe that he's just getting fed this because of his showmanship. You got Justin Gaethje on the other side. Not a great record either, right? 3 of his last 5. But who has he lost to? Lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov. He lost to Charles Oliveira. He lost to Max Holloway at UFC 300, and a fight that Max Holloway debuted up a weight class, right? A guy who carries power already at featherweight comes up to lightweight and knocks him out the bell. Literally like a fucking second left in the fifth, knocks him out because they stood and banged, right? That's something you got on your sword because that's what Justin Gaethje does. He's a savage. He has a wrestling background, but he's known for not wanting to do that because he wants to deliver a show. I think he's going to go out and he's going to put Patty out. You don't want to stand and bang with Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje just went to war with Rafael Fiziev twice. A guy who has a heavy Muay Thai background, and he stood and banged with them. You know, they both knew that, like, listen, we're not going to take each other down. We're just going to give the fans what they want, and the way we fight, you know, already plays into this anyway. Paddy Pimblett on the other side, he's going to be looking for the submission. He's not going to want to try and stand with Justin Gaethje. He knows you know the easiest path for him is to get him out of there the way that Nurmagomedov did back in the day, and you know, just look for a choke, get him out of there, make it easy on yourself. And like I said, Gaethje's got the wrestling background. Wrestling works really well on these jujitsu guys. And if Justin can keep the range, if he can land his nasty fucking calf kicks, if he can, you know, find the dirty clinch and stay in with Patty, not get caught against the fence with a body lock and get dragged down to the floor, I think he's gonna have a lot of success in this fight. And you know, Justin Gaethje already said that he plans to retire if he's not fighting for the belt. And even if it is an interim, you know, I will hold Justin Gaethje to that you know, that level of champ status with an interim because he's fought the best of the best, and that's what he wants. He doesn't want to be cherry picked. He wants to fight who he deserves, and he wants to, you know, give the fans what they want. And he makes quick work at the guys that aren't supposed to be in there with him. And there's a reason that he is where he is. And you know, if this is his last fight, then it's been a hell of a career for him. But I don't think it will be. I think he's gonna have to go and fight Ilya, and it sucks to see it because we already know how it's probably gonna fucking go. But
Unfortunately,
right now, this feels like it's Justin Gaethje or it's bust. I don't want to take a Paddy Pimblett who's been cherry picked in 4 of his last 5. You can probably even say 5 of his last 5. Jordan Levitt's kind of shit. Yeah, I'm excited to watch this, man. This is a great way to start off the year. I want to see Justin Gaethje hold the belt for the first time.
I mean, he's been the interim before.
Yeah, because the fight with Khabib was for the unification. That's right.
Yeah, he's been the interim before. I 100% agree with you about Patty, but I felt the same way when he was going up against Chandler. I thought Chandler was going to get in there, but at the same time, bro, that's Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is just a fucking monkey with an adrenaline shot, and they just throw him in the cage.
He's Octane and Apex, bro.
and that's the thing. That's the difference that's going to be in this fight is Paddy Pimblett isn't going against a Michael Chandler who is looking for explosiveness. Can I be the stronger guy in the cage? Can I pick you up and slam you? Can I explode on you when you got me when gay? That sounded really gay. Justin Gaethje is the embodiment of violence and in a sport like UFC, and this is exactly what Joe Rogan said. You know, he embodies violence in a sport that is literally violence.
Mm-hmm.
They call Justin Gaethje the human highlight reel.
Does backflips off the top of the cage
after he just knocked your ass out.
Mm-hmm.
I am going with Justin Gaethje. I think Justin Gaethje can knock him out. I think Paddy Pimblett is going to have a very, very hard time because even if you go and you look at his fight with Michael Chandler, that's the first time you ever see Paddy really fight like that. Real content, waiting, patient, not, you know, going in there and trying to get something done. That was the first time we've seen Paddy fight like that against Michael Chandler. But Gaethje isn't going to be like Chandler. Gaethje's going to be the exact same way. He's going to be patient. He's going to wait. He's going to be calculated. He's not going to be some fucking monkey hyped up trying to get at you.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Gaethje is literally another quote by Joe Rogan is calculated violence,
Mm-hmm.
calculated wildness.
Mm-hmm. You won't
It looks
overextend.
it looks like, and I mean, yeah, there are a few times where Gaethje, he throws some crazy haymakers and it goes nowhere. But at the end of the day, though, he's had those same exact shots land and just be devastating, like that uppercut he landed on Fiziev, the uppercut he landed on Chandler, the way he
Dropped
bitched
him.
fucking Michael Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I think this is 100% going to be the toughest fight for Patty, and I think Justin Gaethje can get it done. Like you were saying, this is pretty much it for Gaethje if he doesn't get it, because they're not Gaethje and their UFC would want to. Gaethje doesn't want to get another fight unless it's for the title or it's for something of that significance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, give me the guy who is fucking who is all in right now, all in or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I got Justin Gaethje. I think Justin Gaethje can get it done against Patty Pimblett.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The public, as it stands right now, is obviously heavy on the side of Pimblett submission. And I guess if you want to say there's a guy that compares to Patty, it's Charles Oliveira as far as the grappling goes. And Charles Oliveira beat him, you know. But that was a fight that Justin had Charles hurt. And then it was basically a comeback for Charles to find his way back into that at the end of the first and get that choke. Um,
Yeah,
so that was one of the times that Justin Gaethje did overextend and did get caught, got caught mid combo. Fucking, it happens, right? So that's where Patty's priced right now is heavy on the submission, and on the other side, Gaethje is on the KO. This fight, I would be shocked if this fight even saw the fourth. I think this fight is probably gonna be pretty quick. these,
oh
these
yeah,
yeah, these guys don't play to the scorecards, bro. These guys will. Well, Patty, I can't really say does, but Gaethje for sure does not want to go to the scorecards. And this is a guy that's here for the finish. But yeah, that's it. That's it for our breakdowns. So just a reminder: this fight, this card will be Saturday, the 24th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're Pacific time, so it'll be 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock for you Eastern guys. It'll be on Paramount Plus. So if you don't have a subscription, get the subscription. It's dirt cheap compared to ESPN. ESPN was what? It was like 13 or 14.
guys,
It was shit.
guys, we don't have to use Stream East anymore. We can all, I'm sure we could all afford a $10-15 monthly subscription. If you could buy your fucking whatever your shtick is, whatever your shtick is that you buy
A
every week, every
Stove.
day, yeah, whatever your shtick is that you spend your money on, I'm sure you could save just a little bit for Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
We don't have to use crack streams, meth streams, or whatever anymore, guys. They're away from ESPN.
Yeah.
ESPN era is over. We are
Monopoly.
in we are in new hands, and hopefully with this new event, the first event of Paramount and the first event of the year, I am excited not only for the fights but to see how the production goes. To
Yeah.
see how they set everything up. I am excited to see walkouts. I am excited to see fighters walk out. I'm excited to see
That was our biggest gripe.
their emotions walk into the cage. What music are they bumping? Are they fucking hyped? Are they locked in? Are they crying? Let me see it. That is what I'm wanting.
And we also get a fight library now where you can go back and watch old fights.
Exactly.
Any big fights that you want to watch. Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz.
All the
There's a lot of bangers you can go back and watch, bro.
all the way from the early 2000s, the 2012 era where Conor McGregor, John Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
We Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I think they got all the Ultimate Fighter seasons on there. If you want to
Yeah.
go and rewatch seasons, it's there. You just got to have the subscription, and you don't have to pay for the fights to watch them. You can just, as long as you have your subscription, you can do whatever you want with the UFC. It is your what do they say? I don't even know the saying. Whatever.
Yeah,
your
if
oyster, your
you
oyster. That's what it is.
yeah. If you really want to get into UFC, I mean,
No
There
better
you
time than
go.
now.
Paramount has everything on their app,
Yeah.
website, whatever. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. We hope you like the video. Let us know how you feel about it, and stay cozy.
Yep. Stay cozy. We'll see you guys
We'll
on the next one on Friday.
catch you in the next one.
Yep. Peace, guys. Stay cozy.